Cool. Right. So we've got 3 pairs of exercises for the legs, and then we're going to do a superset for the core at the end. With everything, it's basically do what you can. So I'm going to go through the maximum number of reps, and then basically you do as many reps as you can, and we're going to have short rests in between. First pair of exercises, we don't need any weights. What we're going to do, we're going to start with a glute bridge. So it's what we call a glute activation exercise. So glute bridge. So it's lying on the back, hips up, and we squeeze. We imagine we're squeezing the glutes really tight at the top and back down. So it's up, pause, and down. So we're going to do 10 of those. Then we're going into a lying leg raise. So it's on our side. Have the bottom leg bent, okay, knee back, that's just for support. What you need to try and do is get your hips so that they are straight up. So not leaning back, hips up. So the top hip is forward slightly. I'm going to shift across this way, otherwise I'm going to kick the bench. So top hip forward, and then we're going to lift the leg up sideways as high as we can. Now the idea is to keep your toe trying to point down towards the ground as well. So it's up as high as you can, and what we're working is the side of the glute. Okay, so quite a lot of people suffer with lower back pain, things like that, because we have inactive glute muscles. So the 2 exercises that we're doing here to start with are just going to start switching those glutes on. So it's not a weight bearing exercise, it's not a loaded exercise, it's just switching on those glutes so that they're actually switched on. We're then going to do some weight bearing exercises for the next superset that will actually start working on them. All right, so get yourself down on the ground to start with. We're going to lie down on the ground. We want your hands just either side of the hips. And then with this one, we just, like I say, we're going to push the hips up. So we have a straight line through knee through hips to the lower chest, and then back down again. All right, so let's get ready. You're going to have the hands down at the side, feet flat on the floor, chin tucked down, and off we go. So 10 of these glute bridges. So we go up, squeeze, hold for a second, and down. And again, so up, squeeze, hold it for a few seconds, and down. All right, so 3, so up, squeeze, hold it for a few seconds, and down. Again, 4, up, squeeze, hold for a few seconds, down. Number 5, up, squeeze, hold for a few seconds, down. And 6, up, so squeeze, 2, 3, and down. So 7, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Number 8, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. 2 more to go. So 9, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. And then the last one, number 10, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. All right. So lying on our sides, we're going to support ourselves with the elbow and shift over this way a little. So we want lower leg bent just for support. We're going to tilt that top hip bone forward. So make sure it's forward. And we're going to keep our leg straight, and we're going to try and point the toe down towards the ground. So angle the foot so the toe's down towards the ground. You're not going to be able to lift the leg up very high. It's only going to be sort of lifting maybe a foot at most. So we're just going to do 10 of these quite quick. All right. And so hip forward, looking forward. We're going to do 10 of these leg raises. So we're going to lift them up about a foot and then back down. So off we go. 3, 2, 1. So up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10. So I'm going to switch over to the other side. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So again, on our elbow, hip bone, top hip bone, push forward. We want top leg straight. We're going to have the toe pointing down. and lift that leg up. So 3, 2, 1, off we go. 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Good. So as you can tell, we're going to rest just for 30 seconds or so, and we'll go through again. You'll feel that. You'll actually feel that slight warmth, that little burning sensation in the glutes. If you feel any pinch, don't go as high. So what you might feel sometimes is as you get to the top, there's a little pinch in the hip. And that's to do with just basically you've reached the end of the movement. So you just want to avoid doing that too much. So don't go quite as high. All right. So back on your backs. We're going to have feet flat on the floor, knees bent, hands down by the side. So 10 glute bridges with a pause. Off we go. So up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. And again, 2, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. And 3, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Number 4, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Number 5, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Number 6, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. 4 more to go. 7, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Number 8, so up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. 9, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Last one now. So up we go, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Right. Onto our sides. So get yourselves into position, lower leg bent. Get the top hip pushed forward. Okay, want your toe pointing down. I'm going to lift the leg. So 3, 2, 1, off we go. So 1, 2, keep that toe pointing down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch over to the other side. All right, so again, bottom knee bent, top leg straight. Make sure that top hip's pointing forward or face pushed forward a little bit. I'm going to keep the toe pointed down. 3, 2, 1, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Good. Woo. You feel that warmth going through the glute. All right. So get yourselves back into position for the hip thrusts again. And with these ones, just a reminder, we want to have a straight line from the knee through the hips to the bottom of the rib cage. Try not to arch your back. Okay, so you should feel this in your core as well. You should feel the core nice and tight. All right, let's go. Last 10 of these. So hands by the side, get ready to go. 3, 2, 1, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. When we squeeze, imagine we're trying to hold something between our butt cheeks. So number 2, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. And again, 3, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Number 4, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Number 5, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Number 6, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Number 7, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. Number 8, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. 2 more, 9, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. And the last one, 10, really squeeze this one, up, squeeze, 2, 3, and down. All right. Last lot of lying leg raises. So get yourselves into position. On the side, top hip bone. Make sure that that's slightly over in front of the lower one, okay? Top leg straight, toe pointing down, and off we go. 3, 2, 1, up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, good. Switch to the other side. You guys can just roll over. Because I'm facing the camera, I'll switch over, right. So, into position, top hip, push that forward so it's slightly over the bottom one. Top leg straight, toe pointing down. 3, 2, 1, 10 of these. So, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, good. Whew. Oh. All right, so that's the glutes woken up. So what we're going to do is now use them with a couple of weighted exercises. So first set of exercises we're going to do are a hinge motion. And we're going to go light. So I've only got 5 kilos here. If you only use 3, that's absolutely fine. And to be fair, body weight is good as well. So the first exercise we're doing is Romanian Deadlift RDLs. So with these, we're pushing those hips back. So you notice that the knees are very slightly bent. Push those hips back. And the key here is a nice straight back. So we don't want the top of the back to round. We want to keep that back nice and straight. All right. When we hold the weights, we're going to have the weight by our legs and we're going to run those down the legs. So we notice they are kept very, very close to the legs. If we let them come forward, that's when we start to feel that pressure in the lower back, and we want to avoid that. So keep the weights right by the legs. So as I said, it's down to there, as far as your legs will allow. Once your movement is stopped at the hips because of your hamstrings, that's it. That's as far as you go. You don't need, you'll see people who do this exercise down to there. We don't need that. So just down as far as your legs will allow, up, back down again. Okay, so we're going to do 10 slow reps, up to 10 slow reps. If you can only manage 6, that's fine, but up to 10 slow reps of those. Then we're going into a dumbbell snatch. So weight between our feet. I'm going to go from the ground up, 10 on one arm, 10 on the other. Okay, so this is a weighted one that's going to sort of get the heart rate going. All right. So 3 sets of these. So back straight, shoulders back, weight held by the legs. Remember this one, you're trying to imagine that you're pushing a button behind you. So imagine a button on the wall behind you and you're pushing your bum back to hit that button. So off we go, ready, 3, 2, 1, down. So nice and slow and controlled, keeping those weights in tight, up. You notice that my legs bend very slightly, up. So that's 2, so 3, good, 4, 5, nice and slow and controlled. You should feel down this down the back of the hamstrings. 6, and that's what we're trying to do here. Stretch those hamstrings out. 7, good, 8, keep those weights close to the leg. Don't let them come forward. 9, last one. 10, good. All right, one weight down, feet shoulder width apart with the weight between your feet. I'm going to go from the ground overhead, 10 on one arm, and then we're going to do 10 on the other. So nice and quick, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, down, switch hands. 10 of these, off we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Good. Whew. Short rest. So we're going to go into the RDLs again. So just to remind you with the RDLs, keep the weights close to your leg. Those hips, push them back, slight bend in the knee. One thing you'll notice is that my shins are vertical. They don't come forward, they stay vertical, okay? Whew. All right, get those weights. Let's go again. So, feet hip width apart, shoulders back, nice and controlled. So push those hips back and off we go. 3, 2, 1, down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice and controlled. Keep the weights close to the leg. 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. Good. All right. One weight down, weight between our feet. So 10 snatches with the right hand, 10 with the left. Let's go. Off we go. So up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Switch hands. Left hand. 10. Off we go. Up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Whew. I don't know about you, but I am feeling my glutes there. All right, we're going to do one more of those. And then we're going to go into some heel raise goblet squats. We'll just do 3 sets of those. And then a bit of core. Whew. All right. Yeah, you can feel the glutes. Because we've done the activation to start with, the glute muscles will be firing so that any sort of loaded exercise, you're certainly going to be working them. And what we've got to remember is this, the motion of straightening your hips out is caused by the contraction in your glute muscles. And it's a really important muscle for lots of stuff. Sitting, climbing, loads and loads of things. All right, so pick those weights up. Feet hip width apart. Shoulders back. You want a nice straight back. Keep those weights close. All right, ready to push your hips back. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice and controlled. 8. Keep that back straight, shoulders back. 9. Last one. 10. Good. Weight down. So weight between your feet. Feet shoulder width apart. This is the same motion. It's a hinge motion, so bending at the hips. So 10 snatches on the right, 10 on the left. Let's go. So up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Switch hands. 10 on the left, off we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Good. Oh, weight down for a second. Whew. All right. So we're just going to do this exercise on its own, this one. And we're going to do 12 reps, maximum of 12 reps. So you do as many as you can, but nice and simple. We're going to have our feet raised up on, so I've got a plate here that just raises my feet up a couple of inches, raises my heel up. If you've got a book that's just going to raise it up an inch or so, that's fine. We're going to use a weight. So I'm going to hold my weight at my chest, like so. I'm going to keep my elbows down. All right, and then we're going to squat until our hips are at knee level and up. So if I do that from the side, so I'm going to squat down until my hips are at knee level and up. The reason we use this plate, two reasons. Number one, it means that you can keep your body more upright, so you're not leaning forward. So that protects your back. Okay, and the second one is that we increase that range of motion. So a lot of people, when they squat on the floor flat, they only go this far because they're leaning forward. Whereas with this, you can go down a lot further, okay? So we're just going to do 12 nice controlled reps, maximum 12 max. If you can only do 6 to 8, that's fine. You do as many as you can. And then the idea is that you increase that each time. All right, so get that weight up at chest level. You're going to do 12 reps. So chest, weight at chest level, elbows tucked in, keep them tucked in. And we're going to go down. So 3, 2, 1, off we go. So nice and controlled. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going for 12 maximum. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. 2 more. 11. Last one. 12. Good. And weight down. Just going to rest 30 seconds. So with this one, because we go deeper, we're actually working the glutes harder as well. So again, although you feel this in the quads, you are working the glutes. Whew. All right. 15 seconds left of the rest. So get your heels ready on that plate. We want weight up at our chest, elbows locked in tight. So 12 more reps, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, 12, and rest. All right, we're going to do one more of those. That should finish the quads off. And then we'll just do quick 3 rounds of core exercises. So the core exercise we're going to do are working them with the core flat and in the position we want it in. So we're not going to do sit-ups or anything like that. We're going to actually keep them in a fixed position. No Russian twists either, so we're really, really happy about that. All right, get the weight up. Last set of these. So heels up, weight at the chest, elbows in tight, head and chest up. So 12 more, 3, 2, 1, off we go. So down, 1, 2, nice and controlled, 3, 4, you notice I'm not bouncing at the bottom, 5, 6, halfway, 7, 8, 9, 10, last 2, 11, last one, 12, good. All right, weights down. Get the book or the weight plate or whatever you're using out of the way. Woo. And for the last 2, we're going to be on the floor. So first exercise, done these lots. So we're going to do dead bugs. So dead bugs, opposite arm and leg, reach out, back in, reach out, back in, okay? We don't want, so when we reach, keeping that foot off the floor and really feel the stretch. The key to this one is to keep the lower back firmly against the ground. Don't let the back arch. So one of the things is when we reach, we let that back arch and it comes away from the ground. We want to try and keep that core tight so that the lower back stays on the ground, okay? So we're just going to do 5 on each arm and leg, like that. So that's 10 in total. Then we're going to switch over and hold a plank for a maximum of 30 seconds. If you can't hold it 30 seconds, you hold it as long as you can. And what we're going to do is constantly go through this one. So it will get harder. We're going to do 10 dead bugs, straight into a 30-second plank, and then straight back onto the back into 10 dead bugs, straight into the 30-second plank, and we'll go 3 times through. It will get harder. If you can't hold the plank for 30 seconds at the end, don't worry, okay? So I will call everything out. All right, so on our backs, back, lower back flat against the ground. So we need to keep that core engaged. Arms and legs up, okay? And we're going to do 10 in total, so that's 5 each side, all right? So 3, 2, 1, let's go. 10 dead bugs. Out, 1, nice and controlled. 2, 3, 4, keep that core nice and tight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more. 10, good. All right, flip over into the plank position. So elbows on the floor, toes on the floor. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1, plank up. So 30 seconds of this plank, okay? Maximum of 30 seconds. If you can't hold it for 30 seconds, don't worry. Just as long as you can. That's 10 seconds down. Keep that nice and tight. We've got 10 seconds left. 3, 2, 1, and down. All right, back onto our backs. So we're going to do the dead bugs again. So onto our backs, pushing that lower back down, arms and legs up. Okay, so 10 dead bugs, straight in, off we go. So out, so that's 1. Core nice and tight. 2, 3. So really feel that stretch across. 4, 5, 6. So you should really start to feel that core fatigue. 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Good. Straight over into a plank position. I'll count you down. All right, so into your plank, elbows on the floor. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So nice tight core, straight body. You hold it for as long as you can. So that's 10. Can't see the clock now. That's 15 seconds. Got 10 left. Last 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, one more round. So straight onto our backs. 10 dead bugs, maximum of 30-second plank. So legs and arms up. Going to go for the 10 dead bugs. So stretching out, off we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Really feel that core work. 5. Keep that lower back pushed against the ground. 6, 7, 8. Last 2. 9. Keep the lower back pushed into the ground. 10. I'm done. Right. Last 30 seconds, guys. So into your plank position. We're going to go in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, into plank. So last 30 seconds. Keep the core tight. Squeeze the glutes. Let's see if we can get this full plank. All right. 15 gone, 15 left. Last 10. All right, nearly there. 3, 2, 1, and we're done. Whew. So nice legs, bums, and tongues workout.